Stevens. So we start in the middle and Capuano wins it for the Kangaroos. It comes to Bickley. The first kick of the game up towards Adelaide's forward 50. Pickett is there. Ball gets behind him. Chance here for Liptak. Gets the hand pass away. Vardy on the turn. Drives it long to the goal square. Martin is there with McGregor. Whistle's gone. Free kick to Mick Martin against the youngster.
Yeah, he just impeded Mick Martin as he tried to recover.
Pass in short. Simpson, and it's got to come back.
Yeah, Matthew Golding starting at centre half forward for the Crows. Matty Liptak on the half forward flank, and Martin Pike picking him up.
Kick by Mick Martin, clears the 50. Capuano at the back, punches down. It comes to Peter Bell. Works round on his left from half back flank up towards centre wing. Well done, McLeod. He's picked up Harvey.
Couple of matchups here down in the Kangaroos forward line here. Corey McKernan's playing inside 50, being picked up by Ben Hart. Wayne Carey, as expected, Mark Stevens. So big job for Mark Stevens and Ben Hart playing on Corey McKernan.
Oh, it's a
bit
big
of height there, isn't he, Glenn?
Big Hart for Ben Hart. He'll try and run off him, I'm sure.
Well, Capuano tried to come from the back of Herbert. The ball comes down to King. Hawks the hand pass. Loves to run with it, David King. Disappointing kick, though. Straight into the breadbasket of Nigel Smart. Towards the outer side. Good team system here. And on the run, Tyson. James Tyson in between halfback and wing. Floats it up to Bassett up from the last line. Had to get rid of it quickly. Rashuto. To the 50. And disciplined punch by McCartney. Comes to Tyson. On his hammer is McKernan. Ball flipped back. Allison to Blakey. Round the boundary line, John Blakey. Approaching 300 games. And the ball out of bounds off Scholl.
It's a positive start for the Crows, Drew. They've got nothing to play for, and they're certainly going to make a contest of it.
And Graham, just a couple more matchups. The Adelaide in their forward line. Jarman's been picked up by Glenn Archer. As we expected, Peter Vardy and Byron Pickett be a great contest.
Backhander comes down to Smart. Smart towards half forward, pretty wide with his kick. He's kicked it out of bounds on the full.
Well, here we go with the interchange, boys. First of all, the Kangaroos, Mooney, Clayton, Danny Stevens and Matlock.
So McCartney from right half back with the free kick. No score on the board as yet. A climb by McKernan but no mark. Scholl front of the pack. Up towards half forward. Past Carey it goes. Well, he cleared a path for his teammates. That's great play. They go off the ground with Grant. A desperate lunge. Well done by Goodwin. Very well done by Goodwin. And the umpire's going to ball it up.
He's been in good form, Simon Goodwin. Very good last week. But you see North Melbourne's secret there. The ball quickly to Carey. He took front position. He didn't control it, but Shannon Grant running strongly to Wayne Carey's front. The ball ran for him. He was able to just push it forward.
Chance for the Kangaroos. McKernan does an outlet.
Too easy.
Oh, how about that?
Oh, too easy. Oh. Well, we watched Corey McKernan warming up at the start of the game. He came out by himself with just the fitness advisor, and he was stretching as though there was something wrong with him, but he does nothing wrong here. He's too big, just grabs at Benny Hart, the opposing ruckman there. No chance at all. Looking straight at the goals. All he had to do was pluck it and kick it.
And Graham Herbert limping in the middle.
Oh, well, why not? Everything else has gone wrong for them this year, Curls.
So the Kangaroos getting the first goal of the game. A goal to nothing. Back in the middle. Oh, bad bounce by the umpire. Herbert had to double back. Somehow gets it to Bickley. Kick towards centre half forward. Top mark taken by Blakey. Away to Pike. Up in the direction of half forward. 2-1 Adelaide. And the punch is disciplined. Comes to the front. King. He'll burn them off, David King. Centering ball. Scholl works to the front. It comes to Stevens. Smart under pressure. Umpire let it go. And now the whistle's gone as it's spilled the Kangaroos' way. And it's going to be a Crows free to Bassett.
Yeah, sensible umpiring. He waited to see where the advantage lay. It wasn't to Adelaide and brought it back to Nathan Bassett.
Close to the boundary line to Stevens. To Rashuto, who's nearly in the crowd when he takes the mark.
He was just about in the the Kangaroos interchange bench.
Kick by Rashuto. McCartney's been in plenty of the play early.
Kept your runner out in his own out wide.
And he's kicked deep inside the 50. Scholl, big leap, but couldn't take the mark. It comes to the back. Chance for Welsh, and he gets there second.
Well, it may have been a positive start by Adelaide, but North Melbourne 2 entries into the 52 goals. And there's worrying signs here. Capuano running forward. They've used him, which is smart. That's a great attempt by Scholl. But too many players crumbing. And again, it's just too easy.
Some worrying signs there for Adelaide Crows at this stage. Kangaroos 2 goals already.
The Kangaroos do have the slight breeze in the first quarter, but the first 2 goals of the game, it looks ominous.
It's not the breeze, Drew,
No,
is it?
it's not. The clash in the middle. King burst through. Tackled high. Gee, it didn't look like a really bad one by Connell, but the umpire went the Kangaroos' way. Advantage played on the bounce to Carey. Oh, the one-handed pickup, if you don't mind. Bell just outside 50. Cornered like a rabbit in the lights. Bell up towards the behind line. He's offline with his kick and through for a minor score.
Fellas, I think you'll find from up there that the Crows, to win this football match going forward, will have to use the ball very, very well, because there's no question that the North Melbourne are the better outfit today, and they will have more opportunities to score goals.
I reckon, Curl, you're absolutely spot on. And one of the players I'm a bit surprised to see Andrew McLeod playing out of a back pocket. With a midfield like North Melbourne, I reckon, or Kangaroos, sorry, I'd like to see Cloud up the midfield for the Crows and give them some drive into their forward line.
Well, that's certainly where he hurt them in the grand final last year.
This is James Tyson going for a gallop down the outer side. The Kangaroos are 2-1 to nothing, and the Crows looking for their first score. Well played by Tyson. Forward pocket, punched by McCartney, who's been good. It comes to McGregor. Liptak had to reach for it, and the Kangaroos will look for the line. Blakey dives. He's not doing anything to get rid of it. You're holding the ball.
Well, it's tough, isn't it?
Well, he fell on the ball there, Corns. I thought maybe the umpire did the right thing there. Got to knock it out when you fall on it.
So young David Gallagher in his 12th senior game.
It's quite clear, that rule, Doug. If you jump on it and hold in, you're holding the ball.
Yep.
Gallagher for the Crows' first score. Very disappointing. Across the face. Punched by Mick Martin. Well, that's their first score. A rush behind. So it's 2 goals, 1 the Kangaroos, leading the Crows 1 behind.
And Gallagher, who has been very impressive either on the wing at half-back in his early games for the Crows, playing at half-forward. Andrew McLeod's on Brett Chandler. And
Brett Harvey.
Sorry, Brett Harvey.
Yep.
Brett Harvey. And obviously Malcolm Blight's seen the damage that Brett Harvey can do.
Yeah.
Cornsey, you'd know all about it. He kicked 5 in the state game while you were coaching against him.
Tell me about it.
Sorry to bring it up. And the ball's out of play.
But we'd seen it wasn't totally unexpected. We'd seen him do the same thing to Port Adelaide last year in a wet game. So,
and this North defence, I think, well, the Kangaroos defence, they're mean in the tax department.
You had trouble with them, have you?
not really.
Rashudo. Oh, Connell. Gee, a dive by Simpson was courageous. It's a Crows free kick coming back to Mark Rashudo, just forward of the wing. In short to Ormond Allen. Stevens and Ormond Allen, a match-up. Anthony Stevens, that is. We've seen Trent Ormond Allen earlier in the year, actually in the ruck. The kick's very wide and not really to the advantage of the side. Liptak's hand pass to Vardy. Good. Vardy! Oh, so close. He hit the post.
well, you're seeing the advantage of Matthew Liptak already. His ability to get to the forward of the ball and crumb. Good left-hand handball. Pressure from Pickett. Just didn't allow Vardy to settle, and there's been a free kick awarded off the ball here, Drew.
Yeah, it comes up the ground 50 metres to a centre half back.
I think it was Vardy kicked the ball away. That's why the 50-metre penalty was given.
Archer to Blakey, already to half forward to Carey, one out with his opponent Mark Stevens in a lot of space, and Stevens does well. Mark Stevens, of course, a former Kangaroos player, and he's playing on his former captain. Big task.
Well, he's got a good reputation on and a good record on Wayne Carey, so he won't be intimidated, but Carey's in excellent form at the moment.
McKernan and Herbert. Did you see what McKernan did then? He socked that out of mid-air towards the boundary line. Smart. Blakey drops it. Bickley into his back. Free kick, Blakey. Advantage to the Kangaroos. Bell takes it quickly. It bounces on. Allison, clever. And Capuano kicks the goal.
Well, it's just too easy, and that's the sign of a good side when they're able to score their goals easily. Adelaide have been into their 50 a few times. You see the Mark Bickley infringe their sensible umpiring. Played on quickly and just a tap out, a beautiful tap out, magnificent backhanded tap out there. And Capuano did not have to do too much there to convert.
Well, normally a goal sneak would be expecting a palm out from a big fella to kick a goal. This time it was the goal sneak who palmed to Capuano who kicked the goal. Back in the middle, and Capuano back on the ball, smashes it out for the Kangaroos. Ormondellan to Hart. Hart's kick to half forward. Archer does well on Jarman. Crowd want a free kick. Whistle didn't blow. Vardy to the line and out.
And interchange for the Crows at the start is James Bond, unusual.
James Bond.
Binky and Jamison.
A couple of fit midfield matchups. Simpson running for Shudo and Mark Bickley, the skipper, taking on Peter Bell.
Real scrap at ground level. The ball's flipped out the Kangaroos' way. Simpson did well to Bell. Bell's kick to Kerry. And he's into it for the first time, but still can't take a mark. Oh, well played, Wayne Carey to Stevens. Terrific centering kick. Kangaroos again, Welsh.
Oh, that's class from Wayne Carey, but Simon Goodwin just breaking that golden rule. When the ball comes over the back of the pack, you've got to be in front of your opponent. And Welsh there, just lead him to the ball. Too often it'll come over the back of the pack.
Scott Welsh for his second goal, right in front, 40 metres out.
It's home.
Nails it.
Well, I just reckon Cornsey hit on there before. It's just too easy at the moment for the Kangaroos, particularly getting the ball out of the centre of the ground in that midfield area. With Peter Bell's had probably nearly 4 possessions already, 4 kicks. Mark Bickley's got the job on him. Great recovery here by the king himself, Wayne Carey, to pick it up. Quick hands to find Anthony Stevens, who's given him plenty of run. And the ball, as you said, Graham, just went over the top there, and you just got to be with your opponent when you are playing the back line. And Welsh got rewarded by playing in front. Now he's kicked 2 goals and been a very dangerous player up in the Kangaroos forward line.
Well, Wayne Carey hasn't taken a mark or had a kick yet, but 2 handballs have set up 2 goals, and the Kangaroos are 4-1 to 2 behinds. Capuano in the middle, Bell, they get it going forward again. Capuano to Stevens, deep inside the 50. It bounces on, McKernan. For his size, he plays like a rover nearly. Back to Carey, he puts it to the top of the square. Chest mark, too easy. Grant.
Oh, well, Graham, you just saw that out of the centre. Cornsey out of the middle, you've got to do it.
Out of the centre. The centre's important, but at the same time, defenders have to be right alongside forward line players, particularly when it's a dangerous team like North Melbourne. You know they're going to come out and hit you hard. You know there's going to be a rush of opportunities in their forward line, and defenders have to be right alongside players like Shannon Grant. Nigel Smart's his immediate opponent.
Right in front and only 20 metres out. 5 goals to the Kangaroos.
Sure. Did I say the Crows had started well?
Well,
they've done well to kick 2 points.
God, yeah. They went forward early. They probably went inside 50 3 or 4 times before the Kangaroos went inside their 50. But over the last 6 to 7 minutes, this has been all the Kangaroos. I mean, they're moving the ball. Good hands here by big Corey McKernan. That's a luxury that Dennis Pagan has by playing McKernan inside 50 with Capuano playing in the ruck. And as you mentioned, Nigel Smart, if you've got to play like Shannon Grant, you've got to be very close to him.
Jarman in the centre, Shudo full forward.
Okay, obviously planned before the game, Curls.
Well, 31 to 2. Can the Crows stop this riot that's going on at the moment? Peter Bell bursts through the middle and kicks to full forward. Welsh caught behind. Now he's got it. Gives it straight up to Smart. Back to Hart. He's in trouble. Nigel Smart in a hurry. He looked for the line, but King was there. Umpire will ball it up.
That should be holding ball. The boy tried to crash through.
It's a great tackle by Matt Connell, and much maligned here in Adelaide, and he's just busting his valve to play good football, and a tremendous tackle on David King, who is a very aggressive, strong player.
A lot of players around this ball up, and it's worked to the line by Golding, and a throw in.
just reckon, sorry, Drew, there, I just reckon Cool's hit on the head before. The Kangaroos, their back line, their rebounding back line. You've got Martin, Pike, King, Blakey, Pickett. They've just got a great back line.
And hurriedly Grant to the edge of the goal square. Well, tried something fancy out of the air, Welsh, but back out of bounds. Kangaroos came into the game having won their last 4 games, and the Crows had lost their last 3. So a big form difference, and only 2 weeks ago the Crows were beaten by over 100.
Gallagher's been moved on to Bell, Drew.
Kangaroos everywhere here. Look at them at the 50. Harvey works hard, back to Grant. He's not going for the score. Top of the goal square is what he wants. Kerry! Not quite this time. Allison couldn't control it. Works it back, but Mark Stevens clears towards the outer side. Tyson, good running mark. In short to the dot. Lip tack. Well, that's what it was aimed for. A shocking kick. Pike puts it out in front. And that's a bit expensive. Oh, it might be expensive, yeah. Tyson again. Well, he's been pretty good for the Crows. Kick by James Tyson, and Rashuto up from the goal square. He's in the centre square. Now Jarman, as far from goal as he usually gets. And a beautiful kick by Jarman. What else would you expect? Herbert a mark.
Well, it was a very positive move too. There was a lot of pressure on the outside to win the ball back when James Tyson turned it over. Good strong lead by Rashuto up the centre of the ground. He had options, but none better than Jarman outside him. And this ball finds Lucas Herbert. Not a difficult shot for goal. Slight breeze that he's kicking it into.
Got to kick this one.
He is a ruckman, don't forget, fellas.
Meaning?
Could go anywhere.
So Herbert from about 40 metres for the Crows' first goal. Silence greets a behind.
Yes, I think that's what Kills meant. That was the right side to miss to if you're going to miss, I guess.
Is there a right side?
Yeah. At least he gave himself a chance.
Well, at the moment, I'm seeing a repeat of what I saw yesterday. Tony Shaw's last game at Victoria Park, and the Pies were absolutely thrashed in the first quarter.
That is a magnificent kick-off by Byron Pickett.
Sure is. It's gone 70 metres, and the mark to Capuano. Ball comes to the front. Oh, Stevens. Bassett looking for the line. Carey and McLeod, and together they take it over.
Andrew McLeod bustling him across the boundary line. I think you're right, Dougie. We'd like to see Andrew McLeod further. Just watch him. He takes on Carey. He's fighting out of his class, but just gets rid of him there.
And Malcolm Blight's last game as coach, and if the Crows hope to send him off in right royal fashion, they're having a bit of a struggle. Harvey's kick dropped by Smart. It comes to King, who busts a tackle. Bell, good team football. Back to Grant. Disappointing finish. Goodwin to Ben Hart, and they work towards the outer side. We have just under 9 minutes remaining to quarter time, and just nothing going right for the Crows.
I don't know how you see it, Graham, but I think if you are depleted like the Crows are, you've got to have your best ball getters and your best players around where the ball is.
And the game plan has to be simple too, girls.
So from the throw-in, the ball's gone back out of bounds. No, it hasn't. Maybe the Crows thought it had. Archer to the top of the square. Welsh is proving difficult. Allison, he's got one too. Well, this is a rout.
He's been around a long time, Brett Ellison. The Crows would be absolutely sick of him, because it seems every time the Crows play North Melbourne, Brett Ellison pops up with goals. He's a tremendous player, but Nigel Smart spilling a mark which gave him an opportunity. Good pressure here from defence. His recovery was just too good.
We're walking apart this one, Coons. I think the way it says mistake.
Too easy.
Well, despite the fact the Kangaroos have won 16 games and came into this round, well, battling out for a top 2 finish, they actually haven't put sides away. Their average winning margin this year is 23 points. Well, it's going to be more than that at quarter time. It's 34 at the minute. Bickley to 50. Herbert, well done.
Well, he's moved strongly at the ball the last couple of opportunities, and a couple of very strong grabs.
And the lead out towards the pocket was Shudo. That was he was there for, but couldn't complete the mark. Harvey keeps it in. Stevens does well to bounce that ball out.
Interesting move by the Kangaroos here. We have King going to half forward and Grant going to the wing. Maybe this will give King a rest.
This could so well have been out of bounds on the full, but Stevens just dropped it down in front of himself about half a metre. Herbert knocked it goalwards, worth a kick. Pike gets back. High.
No free kick.
No free kick for that.
Gotta be a free.
Pickett from the back pocket. Oh, well done, Grant. Has moved back to midfield, up to half forward. Scholl caught behind. Bassett there too. Great pace, Allison. Scholl. Bourke with the hand pass. Scholl for goal. A magnificent kick.
Gee whiz.
Well, we know the midfield's doing the damage, but it's the recovery and the alertness and the sharpness of the North Melbourne Kangaroos forward line which is doing the damage. They're just getting to the ball first. And some good work here from Scholl, who again will bob up. Long kick, carries, slight breeze behind it, but he had to do the work to win the ball and find some space to have the shot.
I think Drew caught it spot on there with Shannon Grant. I mean, he went for the mark, he put his body on the line. It was a courageous play by him. His recovery was absolutely first class. Great play by Grant.
The Kangaroos aren't the highest scoring team in the comp. That's the Brisbane Lions, but they have scored the most goals for the season. And already in the first quarter, they have 6 different goal kickers. Ball out of the middle from Bickley. Pickett, just great control. Out in a paddock for Bell. Here comes Smart.
Well, he had to go. He left David King he had to get there. He had to either lay the tackle on Peter Bell or force him out of bounds.
A throw in on centre wing. It is a light breeze in favour of the Kangaroos in the first quarter, but nothing like a 40-point advantage with still 7 minutes to play to quarter time. Anthony Stevens up towards Carey. Well done, Wayne Carey.
Just too much space he had.
That's his first mark. Into the hole in short. Welsh, good spoil by Goodwin. Bassett. Oh, he's pulled it in underneath him, son. You're gone. Oh, lucky.
Both ends, you got to play on both ends.
Well, if you're going to be consistent, you have to. And the arm comes out and rakes it back in.
Oh, that is a free kick.
But he's trying. He actually got rid of it, really. Well, who was the other player who took it?
Only a youngster, don't forget.
Yeah.
And maybe the umpires already have a handicap system going and they're trying to keep the Crows in the game.
Oh, girls.
Knockout was good to Bassett. Up towards centre wing. Herbert, been all right. He works hard to get to the ball, but only as far as McCartney. Tyson loses control of it. Simpson, Scholl, breaks a tackle, gets the hand pass away. Peter Bell from 48 metres. Goal square. McKernan.
Capuano, is it really?
And juggled. Through it's gone for a minor score.
There's an intensity and a pressure about the Kangaroos at the moment that suggests that they have got a lot of football yet to play. Kangaroos in the finals, the Crows last game, looking forward to a rest, I'd say.
Down outside their room before the game, Graham, great atmosphere, a lot of noise.
The kick in, bounces on and bounces on. Connell. Matt Connell up towards centre wing, close to the line. And John Blakey, who will have to go on to next year to reach 300 games. Today, 296th.
I think during his form, there's no doubt he'll go next year. I know Dennis Pagans rates him very highly. He can tag. He does play in the midfield and certainly can go forward and kick goals. So he can play all over the ground, John Blakey.
McCartney towards the line.
Fanatical about his fitness too, Dougie.
Yeah, he's very good.
And that makes a big difference when you're getting towards the latter stages of your career.
Still 5¼ minutes to go to quarter time. Kangaroos 7-2 to 3 points. I think they would have a fair bit of revenge on their mind as well here today against the Crows. They led them at half-time in the grand final last year, led by 24 points, finished up getting flogged by 35. A remarkable turnaround. Bell into Capuano. Long ball. Scholl with a leap at the back. Comes to the front and cleared by Golding. And a dive low down. Mark taken by the skipper, Mark Bickley.
Good
Cross
switch.
back, yep. Hart being chased by McKernan. Well, Corey's just back from groin problems, so Hart had the advantage. David Gallagher. Inside the 50. Kick it yourself, son. Gallagher for the Crows first, but he misses.
Oh, it's a positive move. Started with a great kick from Mark Bickley when he switched play. Ben Hart had run off, but there was tremendous pressure from Corey McKernan.
I think the Crows supporters are in for a long afternoon. And I think the Kangaroos ones are in for an enjoyable one.
Pickett towards the outer side. Well, we had a 70-metre kick in before, and that's not much short of it, and it gets to the back. This is phenomenal by the Kangaroos. Pike already inside 50, attacking end. McLeod gone. Harvey. Play on rules the umpire. Work towards the line. Carey. It's still there. McLeod kept it in. Tyson up towards Golding on centre wing. Interference over the shoulder, and Golding will take the free kick. Plays on quickly to Liptak. What's happening here? Liptak buried as he had to wait for that ball. He's holding it. Actually, everybody stopped. It was almost like, well, we know it's a holding it, but the umpire took a while to give it.
Well, he's given him 52, has he? That's... Well, just watch what's happened here. Matty Liptak's claimed in the tackle. Fair enough, holding the ball. And the umpire said he didn't give the ball back quickly enough.
Good 52 more on real estate.
75-metre 50.
Byron Pickett. Deep inside the 50 to Carey. Couldn't quite. Ormond Allen. Mark Stevens, he's wrapped up. Kangaroos have won their last 3 games at Football Park, so it's not totally a hostile environment for them. And also, they've won 6 of their last 7 against the Crows, because the big one they missed out on was the grand final. They'd probably swapped 6 for the 1.
Yeah, inside 50 who drew the Kangaroos 17 to the Adelaide Crows only 8. Big difference there.
Real scrap here. Gallagher, little hand pass went behind Liptak. Gallagher ridden in the back by Allison. Umpire will sort it out.
Well, good attack on the ball by young Gallagher. He's a young player. He's made the most of his opportunities. Head down, burrows through. Good tackle by Allison. And letting it go was a good decision.
Palm down towards Liptak. Hand pass on the bounce to Ormond Allen. Oh, he's giving it straight up. Pickett. He can do anything from here, Byron Pickett. Oh, it's not great, but luck's a fortune. Shoal.
Well, the golden rule is if you play in front,
yep,
and the kick goes astray or falls short, you're more than likely to get it. It was a lucky take, but you make your own luck in football, and if you're prepared to play in front and be alert, which he was.
Peter Bell now's had 9 touches here, Cornsey, and young Gallagher, he's got a great future. He can kick both sides of the body. He's had 2 touches.
Shoal from 51 metres. Great technique. Just a little bit short. In the goal square, contested off hands. And a behind.
Yes, every time it goes in the air in the Kangaroos forward line, Crow supporters' hearts will be in their mouth because there's just not enough height down there.
Just trying to find one positive thing for the Crows, Graham, and at this stage I can't.
Hart clears the 50 to Bassett. Very high ball to centre wing. Blakey did well to punch away, but it hit the sort of side of his fist. Bickley, 41-point lead to the Kangaroos. Bickley, oh, well done, McGregor. This boy in his first season is a dead set positive for the Adelaide Crows.
Well, he saw Mark Bickley with the ball, and he led. Mick Martin was right with him. He did not give him daylight, gave him no room whatsoever. He led him to the ball, just turned his body at the right time to take the mark under all sorts of pressure.
For the Crows' first goal, into a slight breeze and outside 50. A beautiful kick, but offline, and another behind. 5 behinds, plays 7 goals 3.
He's very young, but he's got a big future.
I just reckon the positive side here for the Kangaroos at the moment. Wayne Carey's had 2 kicks, yet to kick a goal. Corey McKernan as well, playing the Fullens, had the 1 kick for the 1 goal. And the Kangaroos got 7 goals on the board. It's a positive side for the Kangaroos.
Yeah, 6 different goal kickers.
I'll tell you what, the kickoffs either from Byron Pickett or David King then for North Melbourne have been tremendous.
Grant A nest of Kangaroos players, well controlled by McKernan. Here's a goal coming up. Brent Harvey corns his mate. Harvey, and he hits the post.
He didn't do that in June, did he? That was a tremendous play, though, from the kick-off. We're just a bit critical of North Melbourne huddling on the kick-offs. It's allowing the Crows to come off too easily.
And the ball's got to go back after Connell marked a mile in the clear. 46-5. It's 11 scoring shots to 5. Hart to McLeod. Got a bit of a break. Allison closing him down. McLeod's kick towards the wing. Tyson has been a positive for the Crows. He's done all right out there. Half-distance pass and the mark to Herbert. That's good play. Off to Smart. Smart long. One out McGregor with Martin. Crowd calling for interference. No whistle on the play and work to the boundary line.
No, it was great play by Mick Martin. Maybe just a brief touch, but nothing worse than the McGregor did to him.
I don't think it warranted a free kick. I think it was fair.
It would have been very soft curls, and Mick Martin did well to get back and cover him, actually.
For the boundary throw, and last chance for the Crows to get a goal before quarter time. But Archer got between the ruck contest and the goals and mops up. Here's Harvey running onto it at centre wing. There's only 15 seconds left. There could be another goal here for the Kangaroos. Grant, certainly coming up. Scholl right in front and 35 metres from goal.
I think you're right, Graham. You called the kick out. It appears that the Crows ain't sort of manning up, where on the other hand, when the Crows kick out, the Kangaroos do man up every player, and I think the Crows must man up and get a man.
Well, we can talk about that later. We'll stay with Scholl because it's a reasonably important kick.
Well, for an 8-goal first quarter. Scholl for his second. He's got it.
Oh, dear.
Well, Craig Scholl, in round 7, when the Kangaroos beat the Crows by 56 points, he kicked 6, and he's well on the way to doing it again with 2 in the first quarter. This start of the second quarter, and see if the Crows can get back into it with the slight breeze in this quarter. Bickley's kick. Martin in front for the Kangaroos. Away to King. Picks out the right option with a terrific hand pass to Blakey. His kick to centre half forward. Carey had a bit of trouble with Mark Stevens so far. Ormond Allen jumps into them. Smart's been excellent. Away to Mark Stevens, whose kick was knocked down by Capuano. Simpson pulled to the ground, and the Crows come away with it. Tyson, who had 6 possessions in the first quarter. Away to Mark Stevens, running off Carey. To full forward, here's a chance for the Crows. It gets the ground level. Jarman will get him on the board. No, he won't. Out of bounds on the full.
Well, Stevens has got a very big job on Wayne Carey, but why not take the game up to him? He's run forward, he's created the attacking option, and that opportunity for Darren Jarman just not quite as magical as we've seen him in the past, though.
Pickett still managed about a 70-metre or 65-metre kick into the breeze. Comes to Bell along the boundary line. Courage by Mick Martin. Well, you can be tough when it's easy, but when you're running there and the ball's coming over your head, and you never take your eye off the ball, that is toughness. Well done, mighty Mick. Smart. The other baldy. Connell. It's good. Over the centre circle. Oh, well, when it's just not your day, it's not your day. The bounce didn't favour the Crows. The hand pass straight into Gallagher. And way to Smart. Quickly to full forward. Oh, McGregor just goes to ground. McCartney, all the max down there, and McCartney finds the line.
And the importance of being able to keep your feet, just that crucial slip when McGregor was about to take the ball there.
Yeah, Bickley now's gone back to Peter Bell here, Graham, which he had early in that first quarter. Young David Gallagher now's gone to half forward flank, picked up by John Blakey.
Capuano, magnificent. Away to Simpson. Not a great kick, but Grant works to the front of Tyson. Grant will get it back from Stevens. Has been pretty quiet, actually, Anthony Stevens. Allison, here's Stevens for another touch. Well, that wasn't a disposal. No whistle. Simpson once more to King, turning him inside out. Brett Allison in a bit of space. Centering ball, Scholl. Scholl across the ground. Not the best of kicks, it bounced to Bell. He's on the 50. Taken to ground. Harvey's there. Magnificent tackle by Bickley. And Mark Bickley wins the day. Brilliant. Connell is kicked to the centre of the ground. Vardy. Crows looking to get their first goal. Away to Rashuto. McGregor underneath the ball. He comes back at it. Gets a toe to it. Took a big divot too. Hand pass intercepted. Well, actually, Jarman got it, and from an impossible angle. He's nearly kicked a great goal.
When it left the boot, just watch this pressure. Mark Bickley, and able to strip the ball from Brent Harvey again, and able to, as well as that, get his feet and get the handball off to Matt Connell.
Well, the crowd chanting for Adelaide. They've kicked 6 behinds. And here we are into the second quarter. They're still looking for their first goal. Look at the space here from Brett Allison. He has got 40 metres to go. Carey leads in short. Allison longer. Welsh from the back. To the floor. Grant. Bell. Easy.
Well, the enthusiasm of the Crows players to get to the ball is seen on those last 2 clashes. On the wing we saw 3 of them contesting, or Connell and McGregor spoiling each other, and similarly at the other end of the ground, Smart and Nathan Bassett, I think it was, when this kick came in high. Rather 2 go for it than not at all, but when they spoil each other, Goodwin and Bassett, and able to come to Bell, kicks it out of the ground.
Well, that was, look, Peter Bell, he's just celebrating well before he even got the footy. This is just awesome. 9-4 to 6 behinds. And remember back 11 months ago, who beat who for the premiership at the MCG? Anthony Stevens. Just getting a few touches in the last few minutes. He's up to 6. Hart, Bickley, thank goodness for him, and Smart, and 1 or 2 others. Connell. Pike looking for the line and gets it out.
Yes, and that North Melbourne defence, just look at the spirit there. Martin Pike, congratulated by his teammates, right against his opponent, thumped it clear, and total desperation.
Capuano gets to the front. Now Herbert's got it, takes one high. There's a little free kick in there, huh?
Yeah, the umpire right off the play saw it and called it. The umpire officiating closest to the play didn't pay it, but justice will prevail. You see it here, though. Just grabs him high.
Yep. So the advantage of 3 umpires, and we finally got the right decision. Lucas Herbert.
Not confident.
Have a shot.
Orman Allen going in the back pocket. McLeod coming on the ball.
Well, now Bickley. And Bickley's had 9 possessions.
It's been good, Bickley. He's got the job on Peter Bell's had 11. Bickley, I've been watching the Bickley-Bell situation there. Every time Bickley wants to go forward, he's looking over his shoulder to see where Peter Bell's going to go. It's a big job for Mark Bickley.
For the Crows' first goal. 49 metres out. Breeze at his back. At last! 6-minute mark, second quarter.
They've had to work hard for it. It was a result of a free kick, and Herbert found Mark Bickley, who's had a hard day, but he'll give every ounce of effort that he has. Not a convincing kick with the breeze behind his back, but all it has to do is go through the big sticks. It looks like he's now being moved to the half-forward flank. Gallagher will go on to Bell. Bickley to half-forward.
Well, young King McGregor has gone to the bench. He did stumble over in a contest which could have proved costly. Crows finished up getting a goal. Their first 6 minutes into the second quarter. Connell. Crowd starting to get behind the home side now. Kick by Connell. Good punch by McCartney. Lip tack in front. Blakey. Bowled over by Bickley. Off the ground, Pike. And good defence by the Kangaroos. Still a 46-point lead. They're a goal each in the second quarter. But the Kangaroos had 9 on the board before the Crows got their first.
Yeah, Malcolm Blight now has moved McLeod onto the ball with Binkley and Rashuto. 3 great midfield players. Good to see that move.
Pike, he looks for the line again. We're happy to see it.
You'd say the move was about 30 minutes too late,
You
though,
might be
wouldn't
right,
you?
Graham, yeah. We called for it. We wanted it.
We did call for it.
Your coaching potential, Hawk.
Oh.
Mate, there's 6 jobs going, Bigney. You've got to get one of
And
them.
I tell you what, talking about coaching, Cornsey, back in Melbourne, your name's been linked to the Tigers.
It's all right.
Would you look at it? Graham.
Black and white, great colours. Black and yellow, great colours.
Doug, do you think you'd be an offensive coach or a defensive coach?
Offensive coach.
Okay.
You reckon, Curls?
Who would you offend?
Don't know. I'll be attacking coach. Don't worry about that.
I'm certain of that.
Oh, Corey McKernan. Just kicks to a bit of space here. Harvey caught behind Ormond Allen. Good mark, Trent Ormond Allen.
Trent Ormond Allen's got such athletic skill. He doesn't gather enough possessions, but that's an indication of what he can do.
Kicks towards centre wing. And Herbert.
See, if you can do that sort of movement, there is no sense to rush and make a turnover. Take your time and deliver the ball correctly.
Big pack gathers at the 50. Here's Benke at the back. He goes for goal. Jarman's there, 1 out. And off his fingers and out of bounds.
Yeah, good pressure by Archer. These Kangaroo defenders are so totally focused and professional. They will not give the opposition forward line any space in which to move.
Well, it comes to Liptak, who had a bit of a fumble. Jarman rips it down. And eventually the ball out of bounds.
And Dennis Pagan certainly had that grand final in mind with Jarman up in that forward area. It wasn't going to be Blakey. It was going to be Archer.
Capuano does pretty well to clear the area. King left it behind for Hart. Kick partly smothered. Blakey in a hurry. Scholl trying to work Bassett. Bassett works him. Prosciutto roosted. Pickett's back there. And marks right on the line, about a third of a metre in play. And 50 metres.
Well, I would like to see that again. Right. Oh,
Not much, pretty soft.
That is not worth 50. However, we should have a recommendation today. Final so close, Hawk, we won't criticise the umpires, okay?
No, we won't.
Have a look at it again, though. Like,
a little bit soft.
Well, look at the act.
Great kick by Pickett into the breeze. Moratorium on umpires, eh? Okay. Oh, look at the pace of Peter Bell. Out wide he goes. Grant off the left boot. Nails another one.
Can't he kick? Can this young man kick a ball? It just happens so efficiently. Out of nothing comes the opportunity. Thump forward there. Peter Bell created it with his strong running power. Left hand, and Shannon Grant, bang. That's beautiful.
Just hard running, Graham. I mean, their midfielders do work very hard. Shannon Grant, Peter Bell, Anthony Stevens. They might be a little bit slow, but geez, they work hard.
Well, who would have thought the Kangaroos could kick 10 goals when Wayne Carey's had just 4 possessions and hasn't managed to score?
It's amazing. Drew inside 50, Adelaide 10, Kangaroos only 3 in this quarter.
Bell's kick partly knocked down by McLeod, but the Kangaroos just get there in numbers. Capuano, ball knocked up the ground by Simpson to King. That's a free kick.
Yes, and that's a very undisciplined tackle too. Look, he takes him over the shoulder. You have to take them low, fall to the ground, drag them to the ground.
Matthew Golding in the centre
trouble.
is finding out what AFL football is all about.
Here's John Blakey. Blakey's kick over the head of Allison, who could only lament he knew it wasn't his. Bassett takes the mark.
Switch to play now.
Kick by Bassett. Bickley, almost a half volley. He just got it above the grass. Now there's a bit of space here for Tyson. He's got a break on Grant, who's desperate to get back. Tyson's kick to Jarman, who works to the front. Archer the punch. Archer gets it out of there. Clean bowls Benke. Now Brent Harvey. Oh, that's good vision. McCartney off about half a step. Overrun by Capuano. Herbert. Gallagher. Running into trouble. Martin gets into Bickley. Well, that's a good contest. umpire says it's a dead heat.
And the big difference between the two sides at the moment is North Melbourne are just running so strongly to get numbers around the ball. You know, West Coast called for a count last night, but quite simply, if you run harder, you get more players around the ball. You're always going to have more players with opportunities.
Simpson, the ruckman, down to Harvey. His kick to Carey. Just brings other teammates into the game. Scholl round the... Mick Martin! Look at this, ladies and gentlemen!
Stepped in.
Oh, he gets it out! Welsh off the left, and he kicks the goal. His third.
And Mick's pretty dirty about that. He didn't raise up and congratulate him. Had the opportunity, though. The kick comes in, and Mick's by himself. He's run strongly from centre-half back. He's playing at the moment. Sees the goals, but cannot keep his feet.
Oh, Mick.
Hasn't kicked a goal this season, Mick Martin, so I was getting excited, and so was he.
Oh, Mickey, you little champ. Big champ.
So Scott Welsh finally gets his third goal, but it was almost Mick Martin's first for the season.
Yeah, it could have been Drew. Hey, Curl, does Blighty use the bench yet at this stage?
Yeah, we've had Binky's come.
Binky's come on
and there's a change about to take place now.
Two, okay.
To the front of the pack, overrun by Grant. Slight fumble by Harvey. Harvey gets another chance, though. But defensively, Goodwin. Gallagher. Not a bad kick by Goodwin. To the middle of the ground, Connell, Smart. The Kangaroos running like madmen to get back. Smart to nobody. And certainly not to the goal line. Behind, I didn't miss by that much, but behind. So they've kicked 1-7.
Well, it was an open forward line. I think it was probably worth a go. He looked up, didn't see any options. Matthew Liptak was calling for it, but the goal square was okay.
Gee, this was the boots on the other foot from the grand final last year when the Kangaroos were inaccurate. They kicked 8-22.
Here come two more changes for the Crows.
Golding's kick, Liptak. They came from everywhere. McCartney. And out of play. Herbert for McGregor.
Well, it'll be nice, obviously, for the Kangaroos to win, Drew, but nothing makes up for grand final losses.
No.
I agree.
No, this is heading for the Kangaroos' 7th win out of their last 8 against the Crows. The only one they didn't win was the one they really wanted to win. Vardy working hard. Nearly thrown out to Bickley. Bickley offline. That's 1-8.
And every time they get the ball, they're under so much pressure, such is the intensity of the Kangaroos. There's pressure here. The endeavour from the Crows is good. The quick handball out, but Mark Bickley doesn't have any space. He saw the goals, but didn't have time to get the boot on the ball properly.
David King. I'm tipping later on a few of these defenders for the Kangaroos might be working up towards goal-kicking position like we saw Mick Martin a short time ago. Stevens comes out wide and the ball gets over the line. I can't quite believe that Byron Pickett hasn't managed a goal in 48 games for his career. I'm tipping he'll get up there.
There you go. Well, that makes it interesting to watch.
Because he can kick him from 70. King. Welsh. Gets past Goodwin. Carey another hand pass to Grant. Wasn't his best. Grant had to go 20 metres backwards.
Good play.
Pike to Grant. Welsh leading to space at half forward. Perfect kick. McKernan in short. Disappointing kick that. Bickley. He is waving the flag for the Crows here today. Mark Bickley, the captain. And Smart as well. Bond just on. Kick by Bond. Jarman bumped out very early. And the ball to the line.
Yes, and that turnover where Mark Bickley was able to intercept is an indication of the Kangaroos' discipline. Such is their instinct to come back through the centre and use the centre corridor. Sometimes it isn't the best option. And it allows the opposition player to get to the forward of the ball, as Bickley did, and turn it over.
Palm down to King. Simpson. And his kick towards centre wing. Nobody there for the Kangaroos. Bassett, the hound, gets back. Connell. And Connell to a big group of players, but camped underneath the ball is Simpson to take the mark before the spoil arrived.
Just about to say, Matty Connell's been pretty good, Corns. He's had probably 8 or 9 kicks, but just on that occasion did turn the ball over, and it can be very costly for you.
Front of the pack, Peter Bell. He was nearly dacked. Welsh. Carey works it to the back. That's clever. Grant. Carey running on. He'll get it back to King. And a goal coming up. Nobody in front of him. Look at McLeod. Good chase, Andy McLeod. But Carey goes anyway.
Missed him.
It's a goal.
Carey was 100 to 1 on, and all of a sudden went to odds against when McLeod ran from nowhere.
And the byplay afterwards, when they ran back to each other, Carey just tapped him on the backside, said, well done. It was magnificent stuff. Now, look, there's nobody near him. From nowhere comes Andrew McLeod, but pushing him off balance, but all it did was straighten the kick up more than anything. I don't know whether the camera will stay, but he appreciated McLeod's work.
Well, that was a wonderful moment in a game of football where Wayne Carey was strolling towards goal and Andy McLeod was going 8 to his 1. Nearly ran him down, almost put him off, but Carey still kicked the goal. And that's 12-4 to 1 goal 8. It's a remarkable scoreboard. Simpson. Bell. Kick by Peter Bell towards the 50. Just as well Smart and Bickley have turned up. Carey. Oh, intercepted by Smart. To James. Goodwin. And back to James. Jarman behind centre line.
Good play.
James for the 3rd time. Might get it 4 times to James. He might get it again. Keep going. McGregor just taken off his kick, but it's inside 50. James is still in the area. Comes to Pike. Kick by Pike. Look at the Kangaroos there. Simpson with his back to goal. Flips it up towards Grant. Disciplined punch by Hart. Comes back to Hart off Connell. 20-metre hand pass to Bassett. Bassett short to inside the 50. On the bounce. Vardy. Oh, just knocked down by Pike. It comes back and on the turn. Bond misses and kicks another behind. It's 1-9.
The intensity of that last 2 minutes of football from both teams was sensational. The Crows were applying all sorts of running pressure. The Kangaroos defending so fiercely, they just never allowed them to have a clean disposal.
Byron Pickett was just brilliant there. Like we saw McLeod at one end do it, Pickett did the same thing down that end.
James brilliant with the hands. McLeod back to Tyson, and it's now 1 goal 10.
Gee, fella, this is a repeat of that second quarter in the grand final where the poor old Kangaroos kicked themselves out of the game.
You've got to say, though, there's not too many easy shots being missed, girls. They're under all sorts of pressure, either on deep in the pocket or on their wrong side.
Yeah, but as we all know, some days if you're on, they go through.
In this quarter, the Crows have added 1 goal 5 and the Kangaroos 2 straight.
That is a clever kick. Well done by James Tyson, though.
Lakey. They're hungry, the Kangaroos, aren't they? Nothing short of a premiership will do them this year.
I say that because there was 2 Kangaroo players deep on the boundary, and one of them had intended to block. He blocked his opponent, but Tyson was still able to get to the fall of the ball. It's a pretty clever set play.
Gee, a few are coming into this premiership equation. Brisbane have won 8 in a row. Essendon, minor premiers, and clearly. And you wouldn't write off the Kangaroos the way they're playing. James. And of course, the Hawk will never write off the Bulldogs.
Well, it's a free kick to Matty Connell. He just kept persisting. He didn't take the ball cleanly at any stage. Kept his body over the ball, and Martin Pike obviously infringed.
Worked pretty hard, Matty Connell. I think he might be playing on a wing, Graham, or a half forward.
He's playing wing on David King.
He's playing on David King, working very, very hard both sides of the ground.
Connell with the breeze to help it back a bit. That's a beautiful kick. Just in the goal square. And so miserly are they, the Kangaroos. A rusher behind there. 3 of the Crows' 1-11 have been rushed behinds. So the kicking's not all that disgraceful, but 111 to 12-4.
I just reckon inside 50, both sides are probably fairly even. It's just been a defence of the Kangaroos, if we've touched on a couple of times. Their defence is just one of the best in the competition, the Kangaroos.
And fellas, there is a little more in this bruise than we thought. It's quite a strong one.
Interesting to see McKernan on the bench. Groin problems, missed last week. You'd rest a bloke, wouldn't you, with this sort of a scoreboard going for you? Motlop.
No, they assured Kernahan's fine.
Play on. Welsh draws a man. He shouldn't have. He should have popped it out to his captain. Carey was left lamenting. Bell to Carey. Now, don't underestimate anything this fella could do here. Carey, he didn't miss by much.
And the Cloud's got him again. Tremendous football here. The ball stayed alive, and Welsh just held on to it, shouldn't have. The first option was always there, either to carry or to kick. But watch it here. Oh, we don't see it where the Cloud is able to just put him off balance.
A few people going for a pie or a drink, or are a few of them leaving already, Coins?
No, just to escape the halftime crush, Drew. That's all it is.
Okay.
They won't go till Blighty goes.
James back to Hart. Well, James came off the bench, but he's already had plenty of the ball. 6 hand passes, hasn't bothered to have a kick yet. Pike. High ball, tough for Grant to wait under that. Oh, Bassett, Motlop, and Motlop going straight back to Bassett. James, his 7th hand pass to Smart. Bickley. Gee, they're working well, the Crows, but just can't buy a goal. Jarman too far out, pokes it in short to Rashudo, but not short enough.
You'd always rely on Darren Jarman to find a leading teammate. He didn't then. There's nothing wrong with the Crows' endeavour and intensity at the moment. Their disposal is what's letting them down.
As we said earlier, Graham, to beat a team like the Kangaroos, they'd have to use that ball correctly.
Pickett's kick, Grant with the sit. Oh. Up in the second story of the block of flats. Martin back into Grant, but intercepted by Ormond Allen. To the centre circle, to Jarman. Playing a different role today, Darren Jarman. In midfield, but they might need some goal scoring from him.
That's great work on the mark by Capuano. Tremendous work.
Yep.
Jarman to McLeod. Out wide Tyson. He goes back to the centre corridor for McGregor.
There's 2 disposals. It's gone 25 metres.
McGregor spears it in. Beautiful pass on the chest of Rashudo.
Yeah, some space opened up nicely in front there. Rashudo led strongly, and the kick was superb. Look at the way he punches it. Just punches it into the space. There's not much room, but Rashudo always was going to get it.
Signs of maturity there, young McGregor. It's a good kick by him. He just waited. He could have kicked the ball nice and long into the goal square, and he found his target. Brilliant football by Ken McGregor.
Rashudo for the Crows' second only goal. Yes!
Well, they've had to work hard for it. North Melbourne do not give an easy kick. Even the free kicks and the marks are not easy. McGregor waiting, and the kick is so good off the boot. Just punched it.
See, desperation, I think, too, here. With Mark Rashudo now going forward. He started on the half-back flank. Was using the midfield at times, now playing at full forward. He's one player, certainly can kick 3 or 4 quick goals for you.
2-11 the Crows to 12 goals 5. A remarkable scoreline. We have just 2.5 minutes remaining to half-time, and the Crows, the reigning premiers, have kicked 2 goals. McLeod out of the centre square. Martin and Golding. Gee, that was great by Bickley, but Stevens gets to Bell. The whistle's gone. It's coming to the Crows, and a free kick to Golding. Bond, time to set up. Pops it high. Archer with a bit of a push. Free kick to the Crows, virtually right in front. Rashudo for his second in a minute.
Well, he'll give you a target, Mark Rashudo. He will always give you a target. He's not a particularly tall full forward. Playing in front, And just the hands there from Glenn Archer before he went for the ball at the back of the head.
He normally does that very, very well, Archer. He's got a great knack of sort of chesting the player under the ball a bit. He just used his arms a bit there.
Yeah, Rashudo's a bit stronger than most, though, Curls.
That's true.
So Rashudo now for the Crows' third. He's got that too.
Well, you never know, do you, Doug?
Well, with a small challenge here.
It says 12 to 3, but it's actually 12 to 4. So
General Custer is gathering his troops.
So it's only 8 goals.
Yeah, it's been a good move by Malcolm Blight to put Mark Rashudo down in the forward line. Glenn Archer is a terrific footballer, as we all know, and very hard and tight. As you did say too, Corns, that playing in front, you get rewarded, and Mark Rashudo is a very strong player in that area.
Curls, didn't Blighty say that the miracles had been averted? Back near the centre, Jarman did well. Smart, getting plenty of it. Nigel Smart is up to 14 possessions. Carey, he had it a while before the hand pass came out. Eventually Grant to King, and King goals. How long do you have to hold the ball before you're pinned for it?
Well, the rules say you should be given some time to dispose of. I think that's sensible. David King, just watch his running here.
Didn't have much chance, Gary, did he?
Well, the ball's held to him. I think he's making every effort, but just watch the balance of King. He's run forward off the wing. Didn't have much time to look at the goals. Threaded it through nicely.
Just the beauty of it too. Now the Kangaroos had 9 goal kickers out of their 13, and with their centre forward and their captain Wayne Carey only kicking the 1 goal, so it's been a great even team play here by the Kangaroos.
Minute 23 remaining to half-time for Blighty's last half-time address at the Adelaide Crows Football Club. Interesting to be a fly on the wall. McKernan. Well done by James. He just continues to get his hands to the football and bring his teammates into the play. Bond to James. And here's another hand pass. Bickley palms it out beautifully. Jarman from 50. Oh, this is great. Kick the goal, DJ. Unfortunately, he did not.
Well, he's 33 years of age. He is magnificent to watch. He mesmerises them here. They're not sure what he's going to do. It's all done on instinct.
That's why he goes around again next year.
Has to go around. There's some doubt about that. There's all sorts of conflict about his contract.
McKernahan getting ready to come back on.
Is that Stephen McKernahan?
Thank you very much.
Hey, Curls, it's going to catch you sooner or later, mate. You listen to me.
I'm back in the past again. Where's his twin brother?
What a great player, Stephen Kernahan. 10 goals in a state game here at Cornsey back. I think it might have been 84. We got beaten the South Australian side. Pretty brilliant.
Yeah, he was great.
Oh, yeah.
And the best football personality you'd ever meet, too.
Yeah.
McKernan getting ready to come back on, fellas.
Thanks,
I can go with that, Curls. I like that. King towards centre half forward. And well done by Goodwin.
Yes, Simon Goodwin has steadied nicely.
A 53-point lead at the moment to the Kangaroos. They led by 47 at quarter time. In this quarter, it's been 4 goals to 3. Simpson from all fours, dished out by Welsh. Here they come again. Oh, that was clever, because Grant was running in the opposite direction, and he turned around just in time.
And he's going to have to kick this from 51 or 52. The turnover coming when Matty Connell was called to play on, and he's kicked to the centre, not accurate enough or penetrating enough. Turnover has found Shannon Grant, who's got that beautiful left foot disposal.
Drop punt, you reckon, Cornsey or Torp?
Drop punt into the breeze. He's going to have to punch it.
Punch
keep
it
away.
hard. Yep.
He's kicked 2, 1 in each quarter so far. Long run up.
Oh, he's gone for the top.
Oh.
It's a shocker.
That's kicked, dropped a bit short. And Pickett's got it just behind halfback. And look at them run to space. This is disciplined coaching and discipline by the players. Blakey in an absolute panic. In the centre square is Welsh. Welsh short to Carey. And he's probably within kicking distance, but he'll probably want to give it off. Oh, he goes long. A
Well, it has landed 10 metres behind the goal line, and he kicked it from 5 metres, so that's a 65-metre kick. And Mark Stevens has played very well on the balance of Byron Pickett, the switch play, the ability of the Kangaroos to run. Blakey disciplined back to the centre, and just a little short kick from Welsh to the leading Carey. 2 steps.
This one.
Sure.
Oh, that kick by Carey was just phenomenal. Glad I came to see it. Oh, just a couple of steps in the merest of about a 65-metre drop punt.
In the Mason Drew's had 6 kicks, 8 handballs and 4 marks and 2 goals. We say it's not a great day. He's been pretty good.
Yeah, I'll say. Kick by Bond. Pickett did well again. Parker, quick touch. Bickley, very good. James, boot to ball. Didn't go far. Knocked out by Archer. Archer again, second effort good. It's still there though, Martin for the Kangaroos. Blind hand pass, but they're there in numbers. McCartney. Centre wing, good mark taken by Simpson. So we've now got James at 1 kick and 15 hand passes. Grant. Motlock, oh, he's just on the ground. He had it spent before he got it. Benke. Benke, oh, holding it. Oh, well, he gets away with it, and umpire Mitchell comes in and will throw it into the turf.
I like to look at Brian Benke, Graham. I think it was against Carlton. I think he might have played on Anthony Kudathese and was very, very good. He's got a good future.
Very good hands, Doug.
Look at that roost. Oh.
Lands 10 metres behind. You can see it hits the fence.
Oh, kick smothered by McKernan. He wasn't sure where the ball went. Welsh might have been taken high. Goodwin back into a pack. Smart, gone. Stevens got him.
Too high.
Smart free kick.
Danny Stevens has come on for Brett Allison.
They've done some tremendous smothering today off the boot, the Kangaroos.
Their defensive desperation, curls and intensity has been as good as I've seen all year, actually.
Yeah, well, they pride themselves on that, of course.
Over the top, 37 Golding.
And that, of course, that relates back to Dennis Pagan's style of coaching.
Well, one-on-one accountability is important, but they don't neglect the attacking flair, the ability to run forward as well as running to defend.
Knocked out by Capuano. Bell is there. Oh, he got one round the jaw and reeled back. Bond's hand pass on the bounce to Vardy. He's 50 out near the boundary line. Back to Bond. Back to Tyson.
Oh, good step.
Kangaroos fierce at the man with the ball. All Kangaroos here. And then about 4-1. Archer the mark. And look at this. Johnny Blakey. Grant having a nice old wrestle before the ball arrives with Connell. Grant goes off the ground. It's already to half forward for the Kangaroos. And out before Carey can reach it.
Could have been a free kick to Shannon Grant there. I just thought his opponent, Matty Connell, had his back to the play, and I just thought it should have been a free kick.
Here it is there. You don't quite see it, do you?
Anyway.
A throw in. It's gone to a dry day sort of scoreboard in this third quarter after the Kangaroos' early onslaught. Smart's back there. He's lost control of it. Hurried kick by Grant. He get an air swing. In this quarter, the Kangaroos have kicked 1, 2 to 3 behinds.
Nigel Smart has tried to fend off Wayne Carey. That's not going to work. If you didn't know the score, if you weren't aware of what the score was, you would say this is a tremendous game of football.
It was just blown away in the first quarter. 8 goals to nil, the Kangaroos, to lead by 47 after the first half hour. That's out of bounds on the full. David King.
And Mooney's come on to have a run in the ruck. Capuano's gone to the bench. He's against Kenny McGregor.
Actually, McGregor, for a young non-ruckman, is not doing a bad job.
Been good, Curls.
Bond, little kick to Hart. It's incredible, isn't it, Curls, the way that one after the other the ruckmen have just gone and fallen by the wayside.
Yeah, something's gone wrong this year there.
With Matty Primus as well, so you know it'll be an Adelaide-based ruck. Goodwin. Oh, great left.
This has been the line that's held up very well for Kangaroos all day. That half back line, or the whole back line, for that matter.
Mick Martin looking for the line, but not finding it. Rashudo back to Golding.
Great play, Pike.
Yeah, pressure by Pike. Good play for the second time in 30 seconds, and again by Pike. Vardy a good hand pass. Bickley.
I reckon that hit the back of the goal post. I reckon that's a goal.
I agree. What about Martin Pike? I mean, his days at Fitzroy. I mean, I played with Martin in '95, and he's just turned himself into real disciplined football. He does everything right at the moment. His attack on the Adelaide Crows was just terrific by him.
David King runs it out of defence. Kicks towards centre wing. McKernan brings it down to the front. Grant. Kicked by Grant to centre half forward. Carey. Oh, good punch by Stevens, who's done really well on his former skipper. It comes to Scholl. Spiral by Scholl for a goal.
How can that
be? 3 goals to Craig Scholl.
When there's so much intensity and pressure across the ground.
No justice, Graham.
Forward thrust by the Crows, and something like this happens. Just watch how he gets out of... Brian Bickey actually goes to soccer the ball. Probably should have gone at the ball or the player. He spins out of trouble. No idea where the ball's going to go other than an instinctive sense. Gets enough boot on the ball to get enough distance, and it carries the goal.
Well, the Crows can't buy a goal, and the Kangaroos are just plucking them off trees. 15-7 to 3-16. McLeod, but Archer's there for the Kangaroos. Back to Pike. Martin Pike, who missed about 7 games in a row, really having a red-hot go. He wants to be in this 18 for finals time. And what he's done the last few minutes. Look at Pickett! Oh, fantastic football! Go Byron! Oh, beautiful to Motlop. Perfect football by Pickett. Motlop across into open space, and a Kangaroos goal will result. Grant's got it right in front.
Look, we get excited by footballers, I know, but when you see a player like Byron Pickett, and I'm sure it'll feature in the replay. Now, watch his touch here. One hand, sees the player. Where am I? Oh, I can get around you. And that's Andrew McLeod who's getting around, not just any player. Looks up, left foot kick, if you don't mind, straight to the player, and sets up Shannon Motlop to find the loose play here in Shannon Grant.
Shoot, when that Brent, I mean, he's a right footer. Did someone say All Australian Monday night?
He has to be.
He's a moral.
Another ex-South Australian.
Good on you, Curl. Whack it in.
And Shannon Motlop's father, of course, played for Glenelg.
Grant for the goal and completes a great bit of play.
Well, there's been an exhibition of football. Unfortunately, it hasn't been by the Crows today. The Kangaroos have been magnificent. Look, you see the attack on the ball by Archer. Creates this loose ball for Pickett. His balance, his strength to get rid of McLeod, and then his disposal on the left leg. Motlop again, just perfect football. Perfect football.
I remember being thrilled by some magic by the Cracker brothers when they first came over from Western Australia. And,
yeah.
I mean, they were just spectacular, but hardly anything was better than that. Byron Pickett then was magnificent. James, surely he'll kick it this time. Inside the 50. It gets to the back. All Crows here. Down goes Bond. Free kick.
Martin Pike is not happy, and you better not speak too loudly, Martin. They've been savage.
It is amazing. Some players do know how to emphasise that hanging type situation and gain the free kick.
I think if he doesn't throw his arms out, curls, it's play
That's
on.
Right.
He throws
That's
his head back
right.
and his arms out, it's a free kick.
So Bond, and at last a goal. And boys, that's the first goal the Crows have scored at that right-hand end today.
Yeah, he's been pretty good, Drew, since he came on, and Troy Bond, he's had 10 touches now, kicked a goal. Brett James started on the bench. He's had 2 kicks and 16 handballs. There we are. I think Curls is right. He has thrown himself up in the air a bit. Mickey Martin Could have been a little bit stiff there, but anyway, the kick was given, and a goal, as we quite well know, that the Crows certainly do need.
So going left to right, the Crows were goalless in the first quarter, and up until then were goalless in this third quarter. So that's the first goal at the right-hand end for the game, and it's come just 3.5 minutes short of three-quarter time. Here they go into attack again. Smart. Baldies working on each other. Smart and Martin. And the third member of the solicitors I won't go into. Smart and Martin.
Okay, right.
Here we are again. Mickey Martin just ties him up here. Hard, tough.
He just knows how to work with the rules, Mickey, doesn't he? He does it beautifully.
Yeah. You're dead right, Cornsey. If you just walked into the lounge room and saw this going on, you'd say there's a point the diff.
There was an article, Graham, 2 weeks ago in the Herald Sun that Jason Dunster wrote about your backline is your strength when you come finals time, particularly grand finals time. He reckons the Doggies haven't got one, which I don't agree with. The Kangaroos, they are just a perfect outfit, their backline. And
significantly, in the previous 2 years, the Crows' defence have been either the best or the second best statistically in the competition.
Yeah. James, another hand pass, and it's gone astray. Motlop works it across to Stevens. Stevens, well, just blazed away, kicked it straight to Hart.
He's had a good year, Benny Hart. He's had a tremendous year, in fact, but a big job today on Corey McKernan back there.
Kick by Hart to Mark Bickley, and the captain's been very good as well. And that's now 25 possessions. Rashudo, centering kick. Smart almost. Blakey in front of the pack. Archer pops it out wide, and the Kangaroos can work it out of defence. Here's a chance for Danny Stevens. To centre wing. Good kick, Stevens. Carey.
Yeah, clever, just put the leg up. And he's allowed to do that.
Kick by Carey has gone about 65 metres. Oh, another mark. Corey McKernan.
Could be McCartney's.
McCartney's drifted.
He's come down. Sure.
It wasn't only the length of the kick, it was the direction of the kick. And it found a man perfectly.
And of course, Jason McCartney at the Crows for a couple of years. And has a lot of friends still here. And Benny Hart would be just giving him something on the mark there.
He only kicked 1 goal this year.
But he is a good kick, Drew.
Yeah, he's been a forward.
Yep, kicked 50 for his career. 50 metres out. That is a beautiful kick.
Well, coaches love to see their half-back line running forward, taking marks, kicking goals. Jason McCartney, well, he's not a free-moving player, but he's honest and he's strong, and he always gives a good contest. Rebounds from the 50. Kangaroos have rebounded 41 times compared to the Crows 23.
That tells a story, Cornsey, without any doubt.
A minute and a half to three-quarter time. And 17-7 to 4-16. A remarkable scoreboard. McKernan in midfield. McLeod rips it away to Rashudo. Oh, a clever mark by Tyson. Tyson's kick off the left. Here comes Smart. He might get it back, Nigel. 49 metres out. Bond works the body on Blakey. And unfortunately for him, the ball got away.
So Nigel Smart now has gone the full forward mark. Rashudo going back maybe on a half-back flank for the Adelaide Crows. So Blighty in his last game still certainly making some moves.
Well, you don't stop coaching, Dougie, do you?
No, you're just going to keep rolling.
Out of defence by Blakey, but still in the 50 for the Crows. It's interesting to see Smart playing on Martin, isn't it? Cries out for a marketing bloke to get hold of him and say, offer him a Gillette contract or something like that.
Need sunglasses.
Well, the concept of the advertising space that's available on those.
On the melons.
Heads.
Yeah.
Oh, do you get first touch? Goodwin.
Yeah, Goodwin. His class. He's been severely restricted this year with groin injuries. We haven't seen the best of him, but he is class personified, Simon Goodwin.
Benke Couldn't quite. Martin, rather King. Stevens, Danny Stevens round the boundary line, but over. Well, what does the coach say at his final three-quarter time address in a situation like this?
Have fun.
Have a crack at it.
Have fun.
Fellas, that's a pretty strong win, you know. Do you think that's a big enough lead?
Curls.
Actually,
I love curls.
we're just making a pilot of a comedy show next week, and you'll be in Melbourne, Curls. Here's Benke. Not quite. And one of the ballies has got it. Michael. Three-quarter time here at Football Park. Chris Mitchell gets us underway. The last half hour of home and away football for the season. And a huge lead, 69-point lead to the Kangaroos, who will go into the finals on a high, and they'll be winning their 5th game in a row.
Now, Graham, it's interesting here with McKernan. I know the North, or the Kangaroos people, particularly the coaching staff, will be very watch his leap because he normally jumps far too early. Not so much here.
Actually, Stevens got hands to that one first. Driven along, Carey. Oh, he was worked to the
Front position, and Stevens just could not get around him. He knew he was in the wrong spot. Carey too strong.
There's only one centre-half back in the comp that can do that, can handle Carey when he's in that position. That is Jakovic.
Yeah, well, he had backward momentum. He created the space for himself by pushing back and then was able to fall into it.
This will be a 3-goal game at least for Carey. Great player. You know, from his lofty standards, half an ordinary day.
Exactly right.
16 possessions, 6 marks, 3 goals.
And you look at the contest, and Mark Stevens has done tremendously well on him, certainly as well as most centre-half backs have done. But just the class here and the strength and his, well, I guess his rat cunning also, Doug, by creating that space for himself. No
doubt, you got to play in front, as you said there, Graham, and you get rewarded by doing that. And Carey, he's just a superstar player and been terrific.
Let's see if McKernan can time his jump here.
He's up against the youngster Ken McGregor, who's about 7th in line to play in the ruck for the Adelaide Crows. Well, McKernan beats him.
Better.
And pass back to McLeod. Lost ground in possession. James, another hand pass to Bickley. Out wide to Jarman. Jarman, Rashudo. Works Martin under it. Oh, but Martin gets some support from the one-handed pickup from Byron Pickett. And that is just absolute class. And look at the kick to McKernan. Oh, well done, Byron. And McKernan off to the running player, Shane Clayton, who's on fresh legs to the 50. Scholl is there, almost juggles a mark. Here comes Harvey, the nemesis of Cornsey. Brent Harvey off the left boot. Couldn't drag it back far enough, out of bounds.
Look, he's a great little player too. He's made the most of every ounce of ability that he has got, Brent Harvey. I mean, we haven't liked seeing some of his performances here in South Australia, but he is an absolute credit to himself. He hasn't had great accuracy today, though, but his quick legs and his presence at ground level is very important for North Melbourne.
No, he's kicked a poster and that out of bounder.
Free kick against Darren Jarman. I don't reckon I've seen Darren Jarman in a game miss a target 3 or 4 times in a game. He always finds his target. Having a bit of a shocker there, doesn't he?
And his target is usually the goal, so he's not bad at finding them. He's kicked 58-21 this year. That's a pretty good conversion rate. Clayton, play on, says the umpire. It comes out to Pike. Bad bounce for McKernan. Knocked away by McGregor. Benke, good tackle. Scholl, you like to see forwards tackling, and it's out on the 50.
Yeah, Brian Benke having to go to full back when Nathan Bassett was injured, the broken leg. And he's played a fair bit of football in defence for Port Adelaide, so he won't be uncomfortable in that position.
Out of the air by Simpson, kick touched. Oh, Bell, if he'd taken clean possession, could have charged into goal, but he might get one anyway. Yeah. Throw. Let's hit the post. A poster to Peter Bell.
The umpire, that was a strange signal by the umpire, wasn't it? He was slapping his arm.
Bell's one of those players, he just works outside the pack, and he just creates so much running space for himself.
He's had a great year this year, Peter Bell.
Jarman to McLeod. Well, those two Wizards have got him 2 premierships, so cannot be critical of either of those fellas. They have been heroes in South Australia, haven't they?
And will continue to be so. There's no doubt there. Both, the demeanour of both of them, I think particularly Andrew Cloud, who's just worn his superstar mantle here so comfortably without any airs and graces. He's been an absolute credit to himself, the club and his family.
Grant. Bell worked his player under the ball and gave away the free kick to Ormond Allen. Have you reversed yet?
Careful.
No, I think hasn't the umpire's been instructed now to watch that over action or overreacting?
Hope so.
You have seen it plenty of times, but yeah, when it's your ball and the umpire says your free kick, you don't want to be doing it anyway. Don't tempt fate. Archer with a good climb. And at ground level. Vardy, nowhere to go. Smart in a hurry on the boot. Great goal, Nigel Smart.
Anthony Stevens coming off the ground, but this goal to Nigel Smart was a clever snap. But Glenn Archer won't die wondering that he gave it maximum effort. Attempted mark there. Attack on the ball there. It still spills out. He still gets to his feet and goes again, though. Just cannot tie it up. 3 individual efforts to control the ball. It spilled to Nigel Smart. Able to get it back on his boot for a goal.
Well, that's cruel for Glenn Archer. 3 magnificent efforts. 1, 2, 3. 1 in the air, 2 at ground level, and still his opponent Nigel Smart kicked a goal.
In the break too, Anthony Stevens limped off, Drew.
No, he's not limping. He's okay.
Yeah, certainly don't want to be limping or anything like it at this time of the year, going into a finals campaign. Bond, disappointing kick. Rashudo couldn't control it. McCartney clears for the Kangaroos. 16 minutes to go here at Footy Park. McCartney gets it back. Kicks the back of the ball, but a bit of a floater and a dipper and a wobbler. Goodwin. Away to Stevens. Mark Stevens has done an excellent job back. Now Blakey out to Pike. His hand pass is knocked down. Byron Pickett has been absolutely spectacular.
And finding players who are not actually 15 or 20 metres by them. So he's finding players who are closely marked by opponents.
Grant is up to 27 disposals. Scholl. Short of the 50. Front of the pack, Allison trying to work it forward. Golding. Allison still goes. Likes it on the left. Carey likes it anywhere, but it's out of bounds. And he knew he was going to cop it, and he's given a bit back. He's enjoyed that one.
Well, I don't think the Adelaide crowd don't have anything to. Well, he's laughing at the crowd.
When he's the best, he can do that.
Yeah, well, he's a champion. I think the crowd would be well advised to just respect that a bit more.
There's a hurried kick for goal, which bounces just the wrong side and through for a minor score.
I've just been watching Ben Hart here today, Cornsey, and his game's been pretty good. 10 kicks, 6 handballs and 7 marks. I think a lot of people in Victoria underrate his performance. But even their best and first issue.
By a mile, Doug. I think there's absolutely no doubt he'll win the best and fairest. And All-Australian selection too. The big noise from the grandstand is Matthew Liptak running onto the ground for his last, well, 20 minutes of AFL football.
And gone straight to centre half forward.
He replaced McGregor, so he's about half the size of the man he replaced.
This will be interesting.
Hand pass back from Motlop. Connell. Mark Stevens. Bond. And the crowd had loved the Crows to finish with a flurry, even though the game's well and truly lost. Kick by Bond into centre half forward. Mate, it's top effort by Glenn Archer. All Kangaroos out here. Clayton. Dinky little kick over the top. Pike. Oh, behind his back. Bit of magic by Martin Pike. Back to Clayton. I don't think it was the greatest option by Clayton. Somehow the first kick, or the second one, and it's marked by Benke.
And a good mark, the sun right in his eyes.
Goodwin. There's James getting one of his few kicks. He's had 3 kicks and 18 handballs. Goodwin again, centre half forward. Martin. Blakey. Here's a go for Jarman. See the way he took that ball? Oh, look at that. Oh, gee, it could be in trouble here.
Bit careless.
50 anyway.
Well, it's nothing more than 50.
No damage done. There's no harm whatsoever.
Well, depending on the angle you look at it, but there's certainly nothing more than 50. Look at this angle. This is the one that tells the story. He's gone over. He's just bounced off the shoulder. So.
And Graham Whitey on that, Anthony Stevens is having a little bit of treatment on his lower back, rub and massage. They assure me there's no real problem.
Smart gets his second goal.
Yes, and a wry smile from Nigel Smart. Nothing phases him. And Glenn Archer making him work it. Oh, now what's happening between these two?
He's saying there wasn't much in that. Surely I won't go for that one, will I?
No, there's not much there. There's not much love lost between the two of them by that body language. Magnificent take by Darren Jarman. Tremendous pass, and Archer making him work for it. Nothing in that. The Crows finding tremendous voice when they're 12 goals down.
In this last quarter, they've kicked 2 goals, and the Kangaroos have kicked just 1. McLeod. Crows are going with the breeze.
Here's Lippy.
Lip tack for his last game. Bond. In a bit of trouble. Gets the hand pass away. Overrun by Connell. Smart again. Kicked a couple in this last quarter. Back he goes to Ormond Allen. Out wide. Mark to Bickley. On the breeze. I think he'd be looking to give it off.
Don't think so.
It's outside his range. Well, he might have gone for the torp, and it's nearly into the crowd, out of bounds.
Well, Blighty's always encouraged them to have a crack at the torp if they need that extra distance.
Well, he could hardly ban it because they might have seen videos of his career.
Oh, he was great at it, wasn't he?
Centre wing, Clayton, number 23. Bell. And King had to turn. He's in a bit of trouble here. Look at the speed of McLeod. Yeah, it's a throw. Up bar. McLeod's still there. Now he's not. Here comes Harvey for the Kangaroos. Kicked by Brent Harvey. Scholl underneath it. Carey at the back. He works off his man, Wayne Carey. Don't tell me! Oh, you beauty!
Now look at the crowd.
Well, this is what makes Wayne Carey great. There's pressure here all the way from Stevens, but when he pushes off, the recovery is what's important.
I heard what he said to the crowd then too.
Just watch the quick legs here. You can see him pulling away, balance, kicks it on the end. He's going to tumble it. It'll bounce back to the right. Beautiful work.
Look at this angle from another angle. That is just impossible to get it through there. Curls, you reckon you heard it? Are you at liberty to repeat it on
Oh yeah,
on
you
air?
said to the crowd, have you ever seen one like that before?
Girls, I don't think he had to say anything. They've been giving him a hard time. He just smiled at them.
I reckon you can have a shower now. Have a rest now and worry about next week, Wayne. Have a spell.
Gee, it's been an ordinary day for Carey. Absolutely ordinary. He's only had 18 possessions, kicked 4 goals.
But Stevens at the same time, I mean, you'd be doing a disservice if you didn't mention how well he played.
Absolutely.
It's been good.
And probably up to about halfway through the third quarter, Stevens would probably think, well, I'm getting a points decision on the King. Peter Bell, McKernan, same direction as the ball. Heavy collision.
Whoa.
And McKernan's down.
Yeah, that was a risky jump. Very risky attack on the ball.
You got to take your good players off at this stage of the game.
I don't know about that,
he's
but couple, there's no need to do reckless, unnecessary things, and I couldn't quite work out what Corey was trying to do there.
Well, Kills is going for the mark. If your instinct is to fly for the ball, you can't deny that instinct, surely.
Well,
you cannot play careful football.
Well, it was a ridiculous attempt to try and mark it. That's what I'm saying.
It takes so many marks like that. You wouldn't try and stop him from doing it.
Hart for the Crows up near centre wing. Here's James. Another hand pass. I'm counting. That's 19. Smart for his third goal. Not a bad kick. Your beauty! 3 1/4 for Nigel Smart.
Yeah, great kick there by Nigel. On the ground, magnificent kick by Nigel there, and
He can do anything, Doug.
he can play, can't he? There's Corey come off the ground now, Cornsey.
Well, he's limping,
it's
but
all right.
I don't think there's any drama there.
It's his right leg.
It did look like he landed all that well, but he's jogging okay.
So Corey McKernan has gone off the ground after that heavy collision with Benke a moment ago. Capuano comes on, but he wasn't there for the ruck contest in the middle. McLeod bursts out of the middle for the Crows. Smart's kicked all 3 goals in this last...
Look at that.
Byron Pickett!
The man in front. Give it to the man. Give it back to him, Jason.
No, he's given it to Pickett.
Yes.
A special by Byron Pickett.
Cadbury's mark of the year, maybe, Drew.
Well, no, but Brian was right because McCartney definitely had first hands on it.
Oh.
How are you going to get judged that?
He's an exciting machine, isn't he?
He might get a vote today.
Well, the umpires played the mark, and it's perhaps the mark of the day, but Jason McCartney took it.
Well, of course, Winston Abraham took the mark of the year last year in Canberra. Maybe Byron's had a little bit of a, you know, just a side bet with his mate and say, I'll knock you off next year.
I think he liked the car he won. This year, the fucking Cadbury chocolate.
And there's Corey McKernan, their license. Now here's the mark again. Let's have a look.
Now this is McKernan going down hurt. This is just after the collision with Benke. He looked a bit distressed on the bench, I thought. So I think it might be just a little bit more than a precautionary drop. Back to centre wing. Carey doing the spoiling when he's not in a position to mark.
Well done, Ormond Allen, though. Twice the last 2 times he's been back, he's put himself in front of Carey, and his good vertical leap has allowed him to take Carey out of the contest.
Well done by Golding. Ormond Allen to the 50. Well, mark that and play fair, honestly. So Pike's got it for the Kangaroos, and the discipline. Got Motlop, just a youngster in the caper, and he's working out here, but he wants to get the footy now. Well done, Shannon Motlop. Eventually got it out. Clayton up short of half forward. And the ball over the boundary line.
Clayton's been quite impressive on this last quarter.
He's had a pretty good year, Cornsey, Shane Clark. He's played a fair bit of footy on the wing, gets plenty of the ball, and normally uses the ball pretty well.
This is Cameron Mooney on the ground for the Kangaroos. Another hand pass for James. Now he is officially up to 20. Connell to the 50. Oh, no. Sorry.
Well, worth a try.
Bondi.
Worth a try, but never ever in it. He just slipped at the last time as he was about to take the launching step.
Oh, somebody might have taken a photo. Might be worth framing when he gets it back from the chemist.
He's been good, hasn't he, Drew, since he came on, James and Bond?
James Bond. They might have needed 007 from the start to be in this, to be quite frank.
I'm going to sue you.
I love you, Curl.
Stevens marking against Carey, and listen to the crowd. They loved it. Here's Motlop, number 44. Barry Cable wore that jumper in the grand final. Oh, and a good tackle by Motlop on McLeod. Out of the middle by Simpson. Carey, great hand pass, a goal for the Kangaroos. Grant, in he comes. I don't believe this. It's not going to be a goal after all. Golding goes for the boundary. That's nearly deliberate ups. Well, that's fair enough.
Watch Carey, just turns the body, the handball out. Shannon Grant on the left leg. Why not kick the goal? The ball bounces the wrong way. He slips.
Capuano knocks it towards the goal square. Bell, where are the defenders for the Crows?
Well, that's the Kangaroos set play. And just watch how they vacate the goal area here. The knock from Capuano goes over the back. There's no Kangaroo players there. Crows defenders have gone with their opponents. There's space there. Peter Bell with quick legs just runs into the space. It's too easy.
It's been a good duel with Cornsey between him and Mark Bickley. I mean, at half-time fairly even, but since half-time, I reckon Mark Bickley's had the better of Peter Bell. You know, he has kicked 2 goals for the Kangaroos.
So, Cornsey, in a situation like that, you can't afford to have a loose player be on the goal line, a defender. They just got to go with your man.
They have to go with a zone defence. North Melbourne do it consistently where they clear all their forward line players out. The defenders go with them. They'll hit it long into the space, and a player like Peter Bell with quick legs will run onto it. There's got to be someone zoning up.
Allison. Clayton couldn't control it. Jamison in the last few minutes of his AFL career. 7.5 to go. Now James. 3 kicks and 22 handballs to James. Archer charges straight at it. Didn't get the footy. Harvey. Kicked by Brent Harvey in the direction of Clayton.
No contest. You've got to make the contest. And Goodwin and Gallagher both expected the other one to do it.
On a hard lead here is Grant. Oh, good pick-up, Ben Hart.
Okay, fellas, we have the Kangaroos doctor's report on McKernan. A lower knock to the right leg, but has assured us that he's okay.
Oh, that's good, Curls. Good news. He didn't look too happy about it to me.
Well, that's the report, so that's all we can give you, unfortunately.
Absolutely. There's Rod Jamison. Started his career as a goal kicker, now back in defence. Centre circle, Bickley. McLeod had run on. He's gone about 80 metres for this.
Interesting.
Hand pass to Liptak. Wouldn't he love to finish with a goal, but he didn't even get the footy.
Great pressure, Pickett.
King goes off the ground. Allison sweeps it wide. Pickett, no goals in his career. Come on, Byron. You've done everything else. The kick towards 50. Benke outmarks his teammate Bond. Almost forgotten the scoreboard. It's become just absolutely an incidental to this game. Adelaide have kicked 3 goals in this last quarter, all to Smart, and the Kangaroos have kicked 3. 2 to Carey. Vardy in short. Martin takes the mark.
Yeah, the Crows crowd aren't concerned about the scoreboard either. They are into this last quarter very enthusiastically.
For Liptak and Jamison in particular?
Liptak, Jamison, and the reaction from Malcolm Blight is going to be very interesting to see.
There's Jamison and a special cheer.
He did a drop kick, I reckon, then.
Well, there's a 5AA radio contest.
Is it?
For a player that does a drop kick over 30 metres. So
he won that.
If we have a replay, is it a drop kick? Oh, we don't see it.
That's a drop kick. I don't care what anyone says.
Definite drop kick.
We didn't see the contest. So Jamo has gone for the Barry and drop kick prize.
Wouldn't Rass be happy with this one? The drop kick.
Well, I'm not sure whether it's part of the game, is it?
Vardy from 51.
That's the trouble, you young fellas. You don't know anything about the old drop kicks.
Great kick, that. Just offline. So that's 7-17 now for the Crows. Well, he knows he's not going to get a blast from the coach. Blighty wouldn't bother.
He did. The prize, it's about $15,000 worth of prizes, and I think Jamo had a $15,000 because they've been trying to encourage or bribe one of these players to do it in the course of a game.
He might get dropped next week.
Yeah. From here to retirement. Craig Scholl. Margin's now 70. It had been 69 at three-quarter time. Well, it was 47 at quarter time, 53 at half-time, then 69. And here is another goal.
Harvey. Oh, every time I see him kick a goal. Watch Trent Ormond-Allen here, again placing himself in front of Carey. But unfortunately, that left an extra player loose on the ground when the ball comes in high.
I don't know if I may be incorrect, but I just think there's a bit more run and pace in this Kangaroo side this year.
Yeah, I think you might be right there, Curls. Particularly you've got blokes like Harvey who can go onto a ball as well. Bauer fairly quick over 10 metres. He's a very dangerous player, so you might be right.
11 different goal kickers now for the Kangaroos. Capuano clean possession. Great stuff. Bell, spoil from behind. Allison will kick this. Loves him off the left foot. Thank you very much.
Absolutely knows how to hurt Adelaide, Brett Allison. He's been around a long time. He's into his 30s now. He's a pretty important part of the North Melbourne line. Just look at the work done there to get the ball out of the centre of the ground. Good spoil by Ormond Allen, but crumbing as you need to be, right at the foot of the pack. And Brett Allison just continually hurts the Crows with his goal-kicking ability.
42 words. Training drill.
Training drill.
That was a training drill.
Well, you run with the flight of the ball, you get to the foot of the pack when the ball comes off hands, and if your hands are good enough, you control the ball and looking straight at the goals then.
And out of the middle, Bond, a hand pass to McLeod. Bickley straight to full forward to Rashudo. Punched down to the front by Martin. Rashudo, the hand by Lip tack for his last goal in footy. Not quite. Pickett is there. Byron Pickett clears for the Kangaroos with a mammoth kick.
Jarman, well done.
Just remember, they're going into the breeze in this last quarter, the Kangaroos. And the Crows have kept it alive. Rashudo again. Martin to Archer. It's a tough unit back there, isn't it?
Oh, are they what?
Cruel. Grant back to McCartney. Up to David King. Left half back for the Kangaroos.
Carey coming off.
Yeah, I just... smart move by the coach, Dennis Pagan. Intelligent move. I called for about 5 minutes ago, though.
Yeah, on comes Cameron Mooney. He's had very little game time today. Carey, honestly, beaten early, and he's finished up with 19 possessions, 4 goals.
7 marks as well.
Great performance.
Actually, it's great to see Archer on a...
Now the Kangaroos working it down the broadcast wing. Blakey inside the 50. Bond just gets clear of the tackle. Hart to Benke. Benke towards the outer wing.
Kick.
Great kick. Allison chasing him down. Here goes Bickley. Allison closing the gap.
Do another one, Gemma.
This will be a goal to Jemison. Rodney Jemison. Yes! What a way to cap your career. Not quite a victory, but a terrific goal to Gemma.
And they've run from everywhere to congratulate him. He created the movement forward. And Mark Bickley's running strongly, nowhere to go. Jamison supporting outside. Sees the goals. He's kicked plenty of them. He's inside 50. All he had to do was get it at that right-hand post. It came back in nicely. And Crows players running to congratulate him.
And a good bloke too, Cornsey.
Listen to the crowd.
Oh, delirious with
Jamo.
Jamison.
Terrific fella too, Graham, he is.
Leading goal kicker in your first year, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, he did very well. He's probably had to do it the hard way when he went back to defence later in his career.
Knocked down, but straight to Simpson in midfield. Now, maybe the next best thing that can happen would be for the Doc, Matty Liptak, to get one before the end.
He's playing centre-half forward, though.
Gee, it's a good mark by Bond. Well, maybe the Kangaroos might have a sense of theatre here and not go for a mark against him. Jamison for the second time. McLeod. Well, you can always get a goal by running past and getting a handball. Just under 2 minutes left in the game. And Andrew McLeod, I think, was looking to give it off, and Jarman came over and said, mate, go back, kick the goal.
What about you, Drew? James has had 3 kicks, 23 handballs. Pickett's had 22 kicks, no handballs.
It's incredible, isn't it? Andy McLeod from outside 50. Slight breeze at his back. Drop punt. Home you go. Just off. Just after this game, we'll be going across to Melbourne to get the draw for the finals next week. And there they are preparing the draw in the boardroom at AFL House at the MCG at the moment. Ian Collins and Wayne Jackson, and we'll be going across there to Sandy Roberts after this game. So stick with us on 7 Sport to find out when and where your team's playing in the final.
Oh, it's a great mark.
That is a top mark. Mooney.
That young fella put himself in front, leapt at the ball, protected the ball with his body.
Big reps on him, Graham, this young fella.
Well, he's come into centre-half forward when Wayne Carey went off. It's fairly big shoes to fill.
He's a man who might be keeping John Longmire out of the final series.
Kicked by Mooney. Slides away to the right for a behind. So now we have just half a minute remaining here at Football Park. Adelaide have taken a big slide from back-to-back premiers to their lowest finish on the ladder ever.
It's a good mark by Marks. Look, the result is immaterial. What's going to be interesting, Drew, is the emotion at the end of the game surrounding the retiring players, the team itself, and most importantly, Malcolm Blight. Malcolm Blight said he doesn't want any fanfare. He doesn't want to have any specific acknowledgement from the crowd. He's going to get it. He's just sitting there quietly now. It's going to be very interesting to see how the crowd send him off, because they want to give him something special. How they do it just remains to be seen.
But if he lived across the water at West Lakes, he wouldn't have to catch a boat home. He'd just walk, wouldn't he?
You're right, Drew, yeah. Stroll across the water there.
There's full time. Thumping victory to the Kangaroos, who'll finish the season second. The end of the season to the Crows, who've been the premiers for the last 2 years.